Well, well, well. Here we are again. Tried to film this video yesterday when it was nice outside instead of a 30-degree overcast snowy day like today. Granted, most of the snow's kind of dissipated or melted at this point. Puppies. But yeah, I tried to film this yesterday when it was nice, and sure enough, sat down to edit the video and there was so much wind noise you couldn't hear what the hell was going on. So here I am out on a nice cold day trying to refilm this video, and let's hope that oh man, let's hope that it comes out better this time. This feels a lot more appropriate for a Scrambler Overview video, because this bike is not it's not a show bike. She is not perfectly modded, and she is definitely not clean. Everything about it is just dirty, cheap, and just wrong. Yeah, she's not a show bike. She's not clean and immaculate, and I haven't spent, you know, hundreds and hundreds of dollars buying every single upgrade imaginable from British Customs to make it the most immaculate, cleanest scrambler in the world and all that shit. Honestly, my what I put in this video yesterday when I filmed it the first time is that when it comes down to customizing or modifying your bike, my mentality and my argument for the way to do it is very utilitarian. Approach it with a mindset of, how's this upgrade going to make my bike better to ride, to adventure on, to tour on, things like that. I mean, I think that, like, when it comes down to the Vanity Mods, we all make Vanity Mods, and a lot of the mods that are practical in nature are still Vanity Mods. And don't get me wrong, I love a good-looking motorcycle, and I've done plenty of this that was just for the sake of the looks, not entirely utilitarian. But like a good example is tires, for example. I would never put 50/50s or even 90/10s. Well, maybe I'd put 90/10s, but I wouldn't put 50/50s on my Scrambler if I wasn't really planning to use the bike in some kind of adventure or light off-roading type of territory. You know, and the reason for that is that the TKC 80s are amazing. I mean, they are the best 50/50 that I have read reviews on, and I've personally ridden on, that handles street and dirt with equal levels of goodness. All that being said, I've seen people put things like the TKC 80s or the TKC 80s on their bike more for the look than for the practicality of it. Well, you know what? Honestly, if I'm not planning on doing any true adventuring on this bike, I would much rather have Metzler Torrences. The Metzler Torrences still look pretty good, but they are so much better in the pavement and in the twisties. And so, you know, my point in saying all that is that I think your approach in modifying and upgrading your bike should be to do things that have a practical benefit to the way that you ride your bike first, and then make those vanity upgrades as you go. That's just my opinion. That's just how I've tried to approach upgrading and modifying this motorcycle. And people really aren't expecting to see you on a bike out on a day like today, so you gotta be extra careful. Modifications, you can see that I've got straight pipes run in. VW peashooters, actually, they just fit straight into the bike. I actually ended up taking it to a muffler shop to get that little accent added so that they would shoot away from my panniers. You can also see that I've got the Happy Trail rack system on the bike. Works a lot better with my dry Wolfman saddlebags than what I had before. I've got the Triumph skid plate
got the Triumph OEM crash bars. Not the greatest crash bars in the world, but they get the job done. Pipes are wrapped with that lava rock pipe wrap. I also see I've got these eBay cheap Chinese foot pegs on here. I do not recommend them, but you know, they'll get the job done in a pinch. You can see where this just slips out. The stock pipes just slip out, and those connect. You can see that it's not connected to the mount system for the high pipes. I think this is where I get the majority of the questions. CRG bar and mirrors, aftermarket grips, the Biltwell, those need to be replaced pretty badly. These are Zeta bend handguards, and you can kind of see that they don't go on very easily, but they work really well. You can see right there where the brake line is pushed up pretty high on this side, and then you can see over here the clutch line is also pushed up pretty high, but it works really well. Dart Flyscreen on the bike. You can see I got the hammerhead foldable shift lever down there so that I don't bend the rod if I drop the bike again. That is a must-do upgrade, another utilitarian thing. And then you can check out the TKC80s. They look pretty sweet. So yeah, had this seat modified. I actually have a British custom slammer seat in a nice brown. You've probably seen it in some of the other videos. Unfortunately, it doesn't fit on the bike with the Happy Trail rack system, so I've got to figure out how to get it back on the bike with the system, with the rack system, excuse me. And progressive front fork springs installed on the bike. So that's her. That's her in a nutshell.